Hello, everybody. Niall here. We're ready for another game today. Today is May 1st, 2021. It's honestly a beautiful looking Saturday. It's supposed to be around 70 degrees for most of the game, so shorts weather. Oh, don't need a jacket today. The Reds are taking on the Chicago Cubs, and I always love to go to the ballpark, but I honestly really don't like facing the Cubs just because I really do not like Chicago Cubs fans. They were fine before they won the World Series, but all the bandwagoners are terrible. Anyway, the Reds just came off of winning a series against the LA Dodgers and won last night. I think my score was 8-6. So the Reds they're playing pretty well right now. Plus they're playing at home, of course. They've played very well at home this season. And the Cubs, I think, got swept by the Braves and now dropped the game to us. I know the Cubs are not playing well. I only know that because I work with quite a few Cubs fans, and they're just like, yeah, we're bad. Today's starting pitching matchup for the Cubs is Zach Davies. Davies is a control pitcher. He gives up a lot of hits. He's he was a Brewer a couple years ago, and I think one of those years he had a really good year, but for the most part he's going to get hit. He's he has an ERA that's scratching 10 so far this season, and the Cubs offense is batting like 180, maybe 190 now. So hopefully the Cubs offense continues to be bad today, and hopefully Zach Davies' ERA continues to be equally as high. Going for the Reds is Luis Castillo. Castillo has potential to be one of the best pitchers in the game. So far this year, he has just, to put it simply, has pitched, I don't want to say bad, but he just hasn't pitched well, which is very disappointing. He's supposed to be one of the Cy Young candidates going into the season. His ERA is up around 7, so hopefully he can easily outpitch Zach Davies and shut down the Cubs offense. Some notable notes for the Reds: Jonathan India's on the IL, so we won't be seeing him today. I don't know if they put Jesse Winker on the injured list, but he was removed from last night's game with what looked like a stitch in his side. Not quite sure. Joey Votto hit his 300th home run last night. I was hoping he was able for today so I could see his 300th, but it's alright. So, other than, I feel like for the most part it would be mostly the standard lineup. I mean, if Winker is out, it'd probably be it'd either be Peyton or Naquin in left. Senzel would either be at short or second, since he's been playing a lot of infield this year. I don't know, but the lineups are going to be weird for the next little bit, just because we're missing people. So it's going to be, it's just going to be a state of flux.
So it's the next morning. I literally just got out of bed, so that's why one reason why my hair is all over the place. I just didn't feel like recording this last night. The final score of the game was 3-2. The Cubs won, and the Reds. Well, first off, Luis Castillo did not deserve to lose this game. The offense did not deserve to win this game. We left the bases loaded twice. Eugenio Suarez just needs to sit out a couple days. Suarez is god awful right now. He struck out 3 times yesterday. He has 43 strikeouts on the season through 26 games. He's at this rate, he would beat Mark Reynolds' record for most strikeouts in the season, which is not good. We had runner on third with no outs in the ninth. Couldn't bring him in. They would have tied the game. We had a winning run on first with no outs. Couldn't bring them in. Got struck out looking twice with both Blandino and Naquin. And then Castellanos grounded out at the end of the game. Luis Castillo pitched well. Luis, I feel like, was overall pretty back on form. He had one rough inning, but excuse me. Every pitcher has a rough inning. And I mean, even in your best game, you can have a bad inning. The Cubs had a lot of hits, but our defense and pitching were honestly held them in check. Our offense just couldn't keep up. Now, the big story of the game is Amir, Anthony Rizzo, and Javier Baez. I've never liked Javier Baez. I put him in the same group I put Bryce Harper. Overrated, whiny, and think they are gods of the game when really they are far from it. Baez is an overrated punk, just like Molina and Bryce Harper. So, Amir Garrett came into the game in the 7th inning, struck out Anthony Rizzo, and then was just being Amir. He was up on the mound. Amir was just talking, just chirping, and Javier Baez took exception to it, which is hilarious because, then after the game, Javier Baez was complaining about Amir Garrett celebrating. Javier Baez, you're the guy complaining about people celebrating? You, El Mago? Bull. You're one of the players that celebrates all the time. You literally bat flip for every home run. You're talking about after the game how they need to respect the game. You're the guy that will go up and bat left-handed when your team is up or down a million runs. That's not respecting the game. That's not, no. If you're going to preach this, you better practice it too, Javier. It's a two-way street. You can't just tell some people to follow it, but not follow it yourself. And the thing I find that is hilarious is literally one red held back the entire Cubs team, basically. And that's Moustakas. So, we fought the Cardinals. I've been to 4 games so far this year. We're 2-2. I've seen 2 fights this year. Saw the Cardinals fight with Castellanos. Castellanos should not have been suspended. Saw this, and then this fight against the Cubs. And I'm telling you, if Javier Baez does not get suspended, that really tells you everything you need to know about Major League Baseball. About Rob Manfred. They are going to protect the big teams. They're going to protect the Cardinals. They're going to protect the Cubs. They're going to protect teams like the Dodgers or the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Astros. They're going to protect the big teams. But the little teams like the Reds or... Bryce Harper got hit in the head the other day, and I feel bad for the guy, even though I don't like Bryce Harper. And he's a Philly. That's a big team, but nothing happened to the Cardinals there. So, I really don't know what's going on in this game anymore with the way that the commissioner is. Rob Manfred is terrible and needs to get out of the game. Anyway, going back talking about yesterday's game. I mean, first inning we hit the ball hard. I mean, for most but after that, I feel like we didn't really get out of the infield. Just ground ball, ground ball, ground ball, ground ball, ground ball. On also they have increased the excuse me. They increased the attendance from it was 30% capacity for the first 3 games. Now it's up to 40%. And I'm thinking, can we go back down to 30%? Because at 40%, you start getting the people. You start getting the fringe fans, the fans that are just there to socialize, and I don't like that. Like, if you're coming to the ball game, watch the ball game, please. Like, it's just so annoying. It's just so frustrating. Like, and I'm just like at that game. Like, I'm just, yeah. That was just a bad game for the Reds. Yeah. Well. Anyway, sorry for such a gripey video today. I know it's not usually as positive as I try to be, but it's just not every day. Just like I said for pitchers, every pitcher has a bad day, and sometimes the video is just gonna be kind of less. And I do apologize. Um, Now, I hope you guys, overall though, hope you enjoyed this video, enjoyed my take on things, and hope don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and even though, again, I know I'm very grapey, overall, I'm still trying to stay positive on things, it's still a long season, you know, it's a beautiful day out today, maybe I'll go outside, we'll see, but the key and everything is just to stay positive, and yeah, the Park Slugger. Have a good day, everybody.